Well, we're just a few days away as far as the prestigious G20 Summit is concerned, and there will be a lot of restrictions and advisories that have been given out for people who are living in the national capital or in and around the national capital, and also for people who will be traveling or passing through the national capital. As far as the aviation space is concerned, there will be a lot of restrictions and even disruptions as far as flight schedules are concerned. Now, what we've already reported here on CNN News 18 is the fact that a NOTAM or a notice to airmen has already been issued by the Delhi airport. This is usually a protocol or a procedure that is followed in a case like this when an event of such a mammoth scale is taking place. Essentially, what a NOTAM means is that there will be no unscheduled flights that will be allowed either for landing or for departure. But what this means for you as a viewer, or also for someone who has a flight around those dates between the 8th to 11th, is that if you have a scheduled booked flight, there will be no disruption to that. But in addition to that, no special flights in fact will be allowed during these 3 to 4 days. In fact, a schedule has already been given to the Delhi airport, and beyond those flights, nothing else in fact will be allowed. This is above any emergency situation that will need either the Indian Air Force or any sort of emergency help. That in fact will be allowed. What will this also mean is that all the flights that are scheduled for G20 to bring in the delegates or take the delegates away, that also will go on as far as scheduled. But as I pointed out a short while ago, there will be some sort of disruptions, and this is something that DIAL and various airlines have already confirmed to us here at CNN News 18. Initially, DIAL was working with an estimate that anywhere between 100 to 150 flights will be disrupted. But when we spoke to various representatives of airlines, they said that number in fact could go up to 500 and 600. But the biggest concern as of now is that which are these exact flights that will be impacted. No one really knows, and this will happen by the hour. So this is the advisory that most airlines are now giving to passengers who have a ticket during these 3 to 4 days. They're saying doubly check your ticket timings and your flight timings. Try and speak to representatives or customer care representatives of that particular airline, because most airlines now telling us that there will be some sort of disruptions as far as the schedule is concerned, which means you could have some delay as far as your travel plan is concerned. The second is, and this is an advisory that we would want to repeat for all our viewers and even passengers, that do keep some extra time on hand, because as you know that there will be certain blockades on certain routes, and this could lead to you reaching the airport much later than what you had earlier estimated. Most airlines are trying to streamline this process for these passengers. For example, yesterday Air India has put out an advisory, and they've gone on to say that in case you have a ticket that is confirmed and booked during this time period and you're unable to travel, there will be no extra charge as far as the passenger is concerned. You will be allowed to reschedule the flight. Just that rescheduling charge in fact will be asked to be paid as far as the customer is concerned. So as we pointed out, many airlines in fact trying to streamline this process, but as far as the flight schedule is concerned, there will be some disruptions.